Hello, thank you for tuning in. In this video we're going to be looking at the fights where you take on the Guardian Ape for the second time. So, if you thought finding him once was hard enough, I'm sorry, you're going to have to do it all again. So you find him in Ashina Depths, and here he is. So as you can see, he's starting in the Headless phase, which is the second phase of the first fight. And this first phase of this fight is pretty much the same as the last one, you're just in a tighter arena. So his attacks, as you can see, are very similar. Well, they're exactly the same as the previous encounter. So he does this sweeping sword attack that you can see here. He does his terror shout, I'm going to call it, which obviously if you get stuck in that, your terror is going to build and you're going to get dead very quickly. He does that jumping attack which you've just seen, and this sliding in attack as well. So they're his main attacks. So for this fight I'd recommend you bring two different prosthetic attachments. So you want the loaded spear so that you can drag the centipede out of his head and to cause a good bit of vitality damage and posture damage to him, and also bring firecrackers as well to stun him, and you'll be using those a lot more in the second phase. So we'll just work our way through all these different attacks and how to deal with them, or not how to deal with them. I do not profess to be the best Sekiro player in the world. I'm pretty crap to be fair. I'm just muddling my way through. But as you can see, when he does the sliding attack, you jump over it and you can get in 3 or 4 good solid hits. You want to try to be avoiding that swiping attack, which I'm pretty terrible at, as you can see. Once again, he slides in, jump, get your hits in. If you keep your distance a bit, it does encourage you to do that a little bit more. It's a little bit of a cheese, I guess, but it's certainly far from guaranteed. If you've got your parry game strong, as you can see there, parry that one, get the spear into his head, rips out the centipede, causes lots and lots of extra damage. So if your parrying's good, and mine is far from the best, as I'm sure someone's going to point out in the comments when they say, why aren't I parrying? I am trying, I'm an old man, I just don't have the reaction speeds. Once again, you can see the parrying that big attack, in with the spear, rip out the centipede, just look how much his health bar goes down, and how his posture builds. So we're just going to watch the rest of this phase, and then we'll pick up in phase 2. Okay, so we've delivered our first death blow, and it wouldn't be a Guardian Ape fight without there being a second stage. And so the second stage, he's got a friend. So the Guardian Ape himself, he's going to continue to do the same attacks as he did previously, only as you can see now he's got a brown friend to help him. Now the brown ape, he can be quite passive for most of it. He only tends to get involved when, as you can see now, when Guardian Ape does his big terror shout. Also when you damage the Guardian Ape, the brown ape is going to get stuck in as well. So it's when the Guardian Ape is vulnerable, brown ape gets involved. So there's two options here really. You could try and ignore the brown ape, just parry him when he comes to you and chip away at the Guardian Ape. I've tried that first of all, couldn't do it, so I wanted to try and separate the two of them as best as I can, so you'll see me strafing around quite a lot, sometimes successfully, sometimes not, just to try and draw the brown ape out. And this is where your firecrackers come in. So as you can see there, stun him with the firecrackers, you can get a load of good hits in. Probably could have got a few more in there as well, but as with most things in Sekiro, patience is the key rather than rushing in. I'm definitely very guilty of trying to get one more hit and usually failing. So it is a case of just repeating this process really, sort of trying to get them separated rather. Use firecrackers to stun the brown ape. You can see his health bar is going down quite a lot now, all the while dodging the Guardian Ape, trying to sort of coax him in to make himself vulnerable, so that he can, as you can see now, got Brown Ape jumps in, and this is what we're looking for all the time, basically, just trying to get these few hits in with Brown Ape and trying to avoid Guardian Ape. Once you've taken down the Brown Ape, the rest of the fight is exactly the same as the first stage. Now, before people start to slam me in the comments, I'm not claiming that this is a particularly brilliant run through here. I am very much aware of how rubbish I am at parrying and how many health gourds I've used to get to this far. In fact, I'm pretty sure I die in this as well and use a resurrection. We shall see. So that is pretty much the fight, guys. So I'm just going to let this run to the end so that you can see it. You get a nice reward at the end of it. It's 2 prayer beads, and there's also a memory as well to increase your attack power. So I know it can be a bit frustrating, it can be a bit intimidating fighting too, but there you go. One has gone, and I've got no healing left, and this is where I actually do get my parry game on, which is nice for a change. Must have been a rare moment of skill for myself, but hopefully you found this useful. Gives you a bit of a breakdown of what to do, what to expect in this fight. If you've got any suggestions or comments of how to do it differently, absolutely please put them in the comment section below. Share with everybody to help spread some tips on how to take on these guys even easier. Hope you've liked what you've seen. If you have, give us a thumbs up, and obviously it would be fantastic if you could subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.